That, as I'm playing, I go, do I swap or do I just repeat? And that's just a thing, real time as you're playing. It's going to sound weird and it's going to take too much, because it doesn't work in the second verse like it did in the first. So you just do it twice. People, that's a real time sort of on the fly, spontaneous move. It's a snap decision. Yeah, because it would have been weird the second time around to go, it's hard to beat the system, because people identify that as the first one, and then you're going to let it be known again that it's wrong. It's going to be wrong twice instead of being wrong once. So that's some curriculum I didn't know was going to be coming at you today. There's a difference between playing it that way and going like this. I will have to maintain that dynamic the entire time. I have nowhere else to go but down, and down won't work. So I have to do everything I can. What do I have? I have volume dynamic in my singing, and I have guitar playing dynamic. So I have to start out, and note choice as well. So what are the things that denote this is beginning, this is starting, we're only just beginning? The note is a little lower, and I'm reinterpreting it. Me and all my friends, we're all misunderstood. I've also sang it a billion times, and I like changing it up. You've heard it a billion times, so it's a good thing to change up. So that's the first thing, is that I've built a dynamic instead of by way of adding, by way of cutting out and using the negative to accentuate, here are the things that I have. The other thing that happened is this thing that I'm starting to do now, and it's really powerful, where you use the inverse energy level. So the second chorus, all the information, oh, they can bend it all they want. It's why we're waiting, waiting on the world to change. Keep on waiting. It has that sort of intensity and immediacy, but by way of being quieter. It doesn't work all the time, but when you're playing, you can draw people into you more, the same way you could by playing louder in a band. So you bring people in, it becomes immediate, the way that laying into the cymbals and laying into the strings of every instrument singing can do. So it's that sort of reverse dynamic thing. So that's sort of the technique that I use as a guitar player to keep everybody in the song. Because now more than ever, there's a short attention span, and you need events. And that's also what I want to tell you about songwriting, is that there are hooks, which are waiting on the world to change. But then there are events. And I really want to hip you to the idea of what events are. Events are things that happen that just stick in your subconscious, like, okay, I like that. They're things you have a response to. They don't have to be as bold as a chorus. But an event is all the information, oh, they can bend it all they want. That's an event. That's a thing that happens that is a little nugget of, ooh, and we remember events that aren't hooks. We always remember events that aren't hooks. When that brilliant song, Drops of Jupiter, you go, the best soy latte that you ever had. Those are things that people remember. I remember best soy latte that you ever had in me. I remember in this one song, Chicka Cherry Cola. I don't remember the song. Yeah. But you remember Chicka Cherry Cola. You know, you remember these things. That's why you listen to the radio now, and there's so many events that take place. And if you want to be a pop artist, I think you have to keep up with the Joneses in terms of how many events there are. And if you want to hear a song with more events than I've ever heard in one song ever on the radio, there's a new song out by Pink called So What? And it goes, na 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 na, like a football team's about to run out of it. Event number one, I guess I just lost my husband. Well, that's an interesting lyric. Whoa, whoa, whoa. You guess you just lost your husband. You guess? Okay. There's all these things. There's all these allusions to things. We're all going to get in a fight. We're all going to get in a fight. It's another event. And this is why I want to tell you, don't hate pop music. Listen to the top 20. I know what's in the top 20 all the time. And a lot of these things have event. She's so sweet that I want to lick the rap off. That's an event. You know? And you know what, too? The vocoder is an event. There's all these things, and they're themes and they're events. Always think about themes and events. There are very few pop songs that live on the acoustic guitar, sort of, let's say, singer, songwriter, adult contemporary songs that I can sing to you in terms of beginning the song and you knowing what it is. The 80s had it all the way. I could go. You know the song, the feeling, everything. Starts you out with a theme. I can't even hum to you, Your Body is a Wonderland from the beginning. I can't go, what song is this? It's Daughters, come on. The famous things, the ones that the songs that keep getting played in bars. Whoa, we're halfway there. Whoa, living on it. These are things that are events, and they happen. It's a lyrical event, it's a musical event, it's a rhythmic event. That's what makes Off the Wall and Thriller such amazing records, because they're events all the time. But going back to today, the songs have become very successful. You know exactly what they are. Or I can go ding 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 ding. These notes, you know, there's these notes, and you have. So that's why when you go into a studio and you want to track your song, and you have a drummer and a bass player and an instrumentalist, you have your keyboard player, and they're all going like this: 2, 3, 4. It's broad. It's not going to work. There's nothing. There's a grab you by the throat mentality that's even worse today than it was 10 years ago, when they were saying you got your chorus has to happen. So you just got to go right into the thing or the event, or it's a whistle, you know, like that's an event. You know what that is from 3 notes. And I think that's why people gravitate towards the 80s music still, because they know how to front load. Boom, here it is. Whether it's a rhythmic thing or it's a melodic thing. So that's something I want you to always think about. And it's something that I'm thinking about now as I write. Because I'm still on the same writing path I've been since I started. You finish a song, you think you're awesome for about 3 days, and you go, where's my next one? I'm worthless. And I'm worthless again. I have that many songs I'm sure are going to go on the record, so I want you to know that I fight the same fight that you guys do. And I'll play one more song for you, and then maybe we'll go into some questions, because I think that's what really matters the most. So.